Hello everyone, and welcome back to our English Story channel, your favorite spot for wonderful tales that help you learn English. We're so glad you've joined us again. Today, we have a very special story for you, one that warms the heart and teaches a valuable lesson. It's called The Poor Girl and the Hidden Treasure. Are you ready to dive into this beautiful story? Let's begin. Once upon a time, nestled in a valley surrounded by green hills, there was a small, quiet village. In this village lived a young girl named Sharena. Sharena's family was very poor. They lived in a tiny cottage with a thatched roof that leaked when it rained. Her mother was very sick and couldn't work, so Sharena, despite being young, became the family's main provider. Every morning, as the sun began to peek over the hills, she would wake up and get to work. She would go to the forest to gather firewood, which she sold at the market for a few coins. She would fetch water from the river, her small frame straining under the weight of the heavy buckets. She would also help the other villagers with their chores, weeding their gardens or feeding their animals. And in return, they would sometimes give her a bit of rice or a few vegetables. Life was hard, and there were days when Sharena and her mother had very little to eat. But Sharena never complained. She loved her mother dearly, and her only wish was to see her mother get well and smile again. She worked tirelessly, her heart full of hope and love. One hot afternoon, while she was digging for edible roots under a large, ancient banyan tree at the edge of the forest, her small shovel hit something hard. Clink! It wasn't a rock. Curious, she dug around the object with her hands, her fingers brushing away the dark, cool earth. Slowly, she unearthed the small, old wooden box. It was bound with rusty iron straps and felt heavy in her hands. Her heart pounded with excitement and a little bit of fear. What could be inside? With trembling fingers, she managed to pry open the creaky lid. Her eyes widened in disbelief. The box was filled to the brim with shimmering gold coins. They glittered and shone in the sunlight that filtered through the leaves of the tree. It was more money than Sharena had ever seen in her entire life. She imagined all the things she could do with it. She could buy medicine for her mother, good food, a new roof for their cottage, and warm blankets for the winter. For a moment, she was tempted. This treasure could end all their problems. She could just take the box and go home, and no one would ever know. But then, another thought entered her mind. This treasure wasn't hers. Someone must have lost it a long, long time ago. Her mother had always taught her that honesty was the most important virtue. Being honest is more valuable than all the gold in the world, my dear, she used to say. Taking a deep breath, Sharena closed the lid of the box. She knew what she had to do. Instead of running home, she picked up the heavy box and began the long walk to the center of the village, where the village chief lived. The chief was a wise and respected old man. When Sharena arrived at his house, she explained how she had found the box. The chief looked at the dusty, tired girl standing before him, clutching the heavy treasure chest. He took the box from her and opened it. He, too, was amazed by the amount of gold inside. He looked at Sharena and smiled warmly. "Sharena," he said, his voice full of admiration, "you are a very poor girl, and you could have kept this treasure for yourself. Why did you bring it to me?" Sharena looked up at him with her clear, honest eyes and said, "Because it is not mine. My mother taught me that we should never take what doesn't belong to us." The chief was deeply moved by her integrity. He called all the villagers together. He showed them the treasure and told them Sharena's story. He then declared, "Sharena has shown us the true meaning of honesty. This treasure belongs to our village now. With this gold, we will build a brand new school for all our children so they can learn and have a bright future." He then turned to Sharena and said, "And as a reward for your incredible honesty, the village will make sure that you and your mother are always taken care of." The villagers cheered for Sharena. They were so proud of her. They showered her with gift sacks of rice, fresh vegetables, new clothes, and the village doctor offered to treat her mother for free. Shrena's heart was filled with joy. She hadn't kept the gold, but she had received something much more valuable: the love and respect of her entire community. Her honesty had not only helped her, but it also brought a wonderful gift to everyone in her village. From that day on, Shrena was no longer just a poor girl. She was Shrena, the honest girl, who was rich in everyone's heart. And that brings us to the end of our story. The moral is simple but powerful. Honesty is the greatest treasure of all. It's a value that enriches not just you, but everyone around you. We hope you enjoyed The Poor Girl and the Hidden Treasure. It's stories like these that teach us important lessons about life while helping us improve our English. If you love moral stories and want to continue learning with us, please make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell. We release new stories every week. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you in the next story. Goodbye for now.